Hi, this is Caitlin,
And this is Gabri.
and welcome back to AvengeGirls and Friends.
We are back, and we are too slow, but still furious.
Yes, too slow, too furious. With, as you may have guessed, the movie Too Fast and Too Furious. Not, I put an and in there. There's no and. One of my favorite things about the Fast and Furious franchise is all of the memes surrounding the titles.
Yes, those are excellent.
They're so funny, and it really starts with this movie here, Too Fast, Too Furious. Which, incidentally, this movie reminded me why I love present tense this series so much. I like the first movie a lot, but it just doesn't hold a candle to like the action and like the plot and friendship in this one, and then that carries on as a theme throughout the rest of them.
I will definitely agree at the very least with the plot thing.
Yeah.
The plot of this one was
Right?
so good. I enjoyed
Phenomenal.
it so much. It was great.
Yeah, it's great. And
I mean, I'm a sucker for a heist type of thing. You
Oh,
know,
that's true.
like
You're a heist gal.
I
Yeah.
am. I was like, wow, look at that. Okay,
All
like
the
the whole
switcheroos
time.
in this. Yes.
So good.
Yeah, not one but two switcheroos technically, right? Because
I think so.
with the money at the end. I
Yeah,
guess it's not really a switcheroo, but they.
I love
Which
them.
I love. Yeah.
That was, you know what? I'm gonna need to go back. Side note here. Because of that, I need to go back and watch some Psych episodes because I know there's one for sure in which they compare themselves to Paul Walker and someone else, but I can't remember which movie they were talking about specifically.
Oh my God, that's
So
hilarious.
you're like, you could be whoever, but then we wouldn't be in the movie with you. And Sean's like, no, that's okay. I'll just be Walker.
Wait, that's hilarious.
But now I'm like, oh, I probably know who they're talking about.
No,
Yes.
I get it. The great thing about these movies too is that like, you know, like fans or movie audiences everywhere, because it applies to or appeals to a lot of people, like kind of went along and the family grew as the movies went along. So there are like characters who are like main important characters who we haven't even met yet, which is crazy to me. And then they also go, I don't know if I mentioned this last episode, these movies go out of order after the third one.
What kind of Star Wars shit are they trying to pull?
It's because the third one, which, you know, we'll get to this, doesn't feature Paul Walker or Vin Diesel. It's about a new main character who only appears in this movie.
Paul Walker and Vin Diesel in these movies, and so far
You've gotten one.
I'm being disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed at all.
But like a main reoccurring character shows up in Tokyo Drift, which is the third one, and he's my favorite.
Is it Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No. He comes in the fifth one, I think. Although
okay.
he's also very important.
Our best friend.
Yeah, our best friend, Dwayne. As a little aside, everyone, my brain is gone today, so both of our brains might be gone. We're very busy and tired, so if I just say stuff, that's because there's no filter left, baby. Anyways, we've already been getting into it, but this movie, what else do I have to say about it? Can I talk briefly about the very beginning race?
Yes, you can talk briefly or at length about whatever you want.
You are so kind to me. Thank you. First, I love Devin Aoki. Aoki, I always mispronounce her last name. Steve Aoki. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Hiroki. Wait. I'm sorry, everyone. The guy there, okay, Devin Aoki and Steve Aoki, their dad owns Benihana, and then Steve Aoki is like a musician, and then Devin is, you know, an actress. So they're a really cool family, and I love her a lot. I think she's really neat.
So much info just got dropped on me. Fascinating.
Blah, 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 blah. It's my Wikipedia knowledge of Devin. But I really like her, and I wish that she was like a bigger character and in more movies than just this one. But this is all Suki is in, which is very disappointing because I love her and her like ridiculous pink outfits and get up.
I did end up liking her. I wasn't like 100% sure if I was gonna like her, but then she ended up being super cool, so that was nice.
Because they like gave her something to do a little bit. more than just being like eye candy at the beginning, which is what it seemed. Which I appreciated. Not that, I mean, again, as we said in the first episode of the season, the Fast and Furious movies, there's like sexism all over. You kind of just have to live with it once you address it. And that is like, again, present here, especially in the beginning races. But they let her do stuff in the end, which is I appreciate.
And not she comes in like second in the race, right?
Yeah, she does. Which I didn't remember when I was watching it, and I was like, please don't let her come in last, because I felt like that was like some bullshit.
You're like,
yeah, don't do it. But she didn't. She came in second, which means she probably got some money or not. I don't actually know. I don't know how these street races work. Kind of rude of Brian to come in like, I'm gonna win. I need some extra.
I don't know. On the one hand, yay, Brian won. On the other hand, that guy has to pay rent. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. And like Brian is so confident, and even like Suki, she's like, shit, it's Brian. Like you know that he's just been in the scene for like a little while, and he has a reputation for never losing. And Tej just called him up like, hey, I need an extra racer. You want some extra money? Because like he knows that Brian's gonna fucking win.
Yeah. Brought in a ringer.
Oh man. Also, they were color coded at the beginning.
I did not notice that.
There was like pink, orange, blue, and red, I think. Or maybe there was a green one. I don't remember. But they were color coded, and I was like, it's the Power Rangers. Power Rangers Turbo. That's the one where they all drive cars. They don't turn into car people. I almost said that. That's where my mind is. Anyways, yeah, I love also Ludicrous's character, Tej. So he starts off in this movie where it's like, I used to race or whatever, but now, I just like design the races basically and then make bank. Like I set things up, right?
Yeah.
Gabri, I cannot wait till we get to the Fate of the Furious.
Oh my God.
He's in a very different place.
That is like 6 movies away. You can't do this to me.
Well, I think it like starts in maybe like the 4th or 5th, but like he is not just like, I create races and make money in Miami. He like
oh yeah, no, if he continues to be in these, there's no way they're going to keep him in that one place, because I realize we're only 2 movies in, but that is not what this franchise does, I can tell. Also, like, I've absorbed like cultural like osmosis of what happens in these, so I'm like, there's no way he's just gonna stay in Miami. Also, I didn't realize that was ludicrous.
Yeah, they're all young here.
Mostly because I'm not familiar with Ludacris like at all, his music or like his acting. I'm not sure I even realized he was an actor, but then I saw who it was and I was like, oh man, that's awesome.
Like Ludacris.
I was like, cool.
Yeah, so Tej and Roman, I don't want to like spoil too much about the future of the series, because I want you to I want to see your reactions as you watch it, right? But Tej and Roman, whenever they interacted in this movie, I was like, because they're like a duo in later movies. So it was fun for me to see this, like their origin story almost, because we don't which is kind of sad. We don't see a lot of like Roman Paul stuff in the later movies because, spoiler alert, Paul and Vin are in love. But yeah. So all this childhood friends to lovers stuff in this movie is kind of ignored in the later movies, but at least Roman has Tej, so
that's nice, but also a bummer.
I know, right? Because you come to love them, their little relationship they have here, right? I like Roman and Brian. They're such a duo. Speaking
of Roman, I guess more. I did end up really liking him as a character. I think he's really funny.
Right?
I like his style, like the way he goes about doing things, honestly. But I will say, like, at the beginning, I was just mad that he wasn't Vin Diesel. Like, no offense to Roman Pierce, but I was like, where's Vin? Where is he? Where is he?
He was doing very important Riddick stuff, everyone, just so you're aware.
Which is the only reason I accepted it, because I love Riddick, and you know this, but I was like, get Roman out of my face. Where is Vin Diesel?
It's like, it was again, it's so interesting seeing like looking at just like you said the first two movies and then knowing where the series goes, like it's so funny.
They could be from two entirely different series.
It's
They just
true.
have the
Yeah,
street racing in
vibe.
common. Like, that's it. And
Yeah,
Paul Walker. That's it.
yeah. They could be standalones technically
Yeah.
if you look at it, and it's almost the same way with which you'll see Tokyo Drift, the third movie, because again, they're a whole new set of characters until the very, very last post-credit scene. You'll see.
You know the meme image of that doll that's supposed to be a Persian cat, but it kind of looks like a monkey, and it's white, and it's just got its arms out like, what the fuck?
Yes.
That's me when you say that they're all new characters.
In Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Yeah. It like works. Like Tokyo Drift is beloved by people. And I think I've made this point before, I think maybe on Twitter, but I think Tokyo Drift is really what like shot the rest of the series to like, I don't know, not really a fandom, but like being loved amongst American audiences.
It's definitely the one I hear the name of the most.
Yes. Yeah.
So
when it came out, like, okay, what year did it come out? 2005, maybe? I actually don't know. Moment. I just want to place this contextually for myself and for people. 2006. Okay. So it came out in 2006. And it came out, let's see, do we have a date? Okay, June 16th. So I just like graduated 6th grade, ended 6th grade. So like all that summer in the beginning of 7th grade, people were talking about Tokyo Drift, like just in school. Like they would just be like, oh, you know, we got a Tokyo Drift on the weekend. Like they just like we couldn't fucking drive. But, you know, like we talked about Tokyo Drift, and that like it was like a cultural thing, like drifting. Like now everyone knows about drifting. Like you know what drifting is, right?
Yeah.
And you don't drive.
We watch NASCAR in my house.
Okay, I guess maybe you're not the best example. That's a good point.
So yeah,
you have a little leg up. But believe me, I would not have known what drifting was until it came into this like weird pop culture focus with Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so strange, and it is a good movie. But I was also gonna say that so while Tokyo Drift made like shot the rest of the series, you know, to stardom, this movie I think provides the like basic plot outline for the rest of the movies, if that makes sense. Like the rest of the movies after Tokyo Drift, to my knowledge, I don't remember 4 very much, but they're more like they're heist movies, like action-y heist ones. Yeah, which you're gonna love, I know. Whereas, obviously, the first movie, not at all like that. It's this slow, kind of sleeper, undercover cop racing movie. And then they kick racing out the door by the 4th or 5th.
That's a bummer, actually. But
well, I mean, the cars are still a thing. They do some crazy stuff in the F9, the Fast 9. F9? I keep calling it F9. But maybe you're supposed to pronounce it F9. I don't know. But in that trailer, I was like howling. Like,
oh no, I was too.
It's so good. The part where, actually I don't know what character it is, but he like shoots out a little, probably Vin. He shoots out like a thing and it attaches and he goes whoosh, and he like the car swings around like he's like George of the Jungle.
I don't know for sure. That sounds like something he would do though.
It's great. And I can't wait till next year when this movie comes out, in theory.
So, like, I know that it's not nearly as impressive as what you just described, but that moment where Brian leapfrogs over the one guy's car in my best Caitlin voice, like, I didn't even like do it on purpose. I was just like, oh my god, the way you do it all the time. Like,
oh my god, so funny. I'm rubbing off on you even from afar still. That is a good moment. Also, just there's another moment where they do a jump. Oh, when they jump onto the boat at the end. Duh.
Yeah.
That was good. And it just occurred to me that I suppose that was supposed to be like a narrative thematic balance there. Like they make the jump in the beginning so you know Paul Walker can do it, and then he's able to do it at the end onto the boat.
Yeah.
I missed the piece of script work. That's pretty good.
No, I appreciated that, but you know how I am with callbacks and whatnot.
Yeah.
They slip by me, then something is wrong with me. Yeah. And I might have been replaced by a pod person.
You majored in callbacks.
callbacks. Yes.
That sounds like you majored like in like theater or something, and you like always got a callback, but that is not. I mean,
Not
you
even
probably would, but oh, so I don't know how much I want to say about Eva Mendes's character. She's like not in it a lot, and she doesn't really do too much for herself, which is disappointing. Even at the end, it's like she just suddenly has the gun, and she's like, "I'm fine, guys." Like,
Yeah, all I had to say
okay.
about her really was like, oh no, it's worse. She's not a cop. She's a Fed. It's
Yeah.
worse than we thought.
And again, she doesn't like she's not like Letty or Mia or even to be honest Suki. Like she doesn't have much agency. I mean, I guess she does because she chooses to like stay undercover and be like abused and manipulated. But it's like she's not because she's undercover. But it's like I don't know, it's a weird choice. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, and I don't know how fair of me it is to say this, but she doesn't have much of a personality.
Oh, super one note. Yeah.
Like there's nothing really for me to get invested there with
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, if you ask me to describe her personality, like actually of any of the characters, I could do it except for her. Like I have no idea who she is, like as a person.
Which I mean, when you're going undercover,
Maybe.
like maybe that's helpful, but like when you're trying to make us actually care about someone, not as much.
Yeah, when she and Paul, sorry, I keep calling Brian and wow, I don't even remember Vin's name. I spent one movie without him. Dom, thank you. Brian and Dom forever are just Paul and Vin in my head. So, anyways, when she was like macking on Paul, I was like, should we care about this? Like, I don't care about it.
It
like,
wants me to care about it,
wants
but I don't.
care. Like that could have been just as much of a like play. I mean, it ended up not being like that was, I assume, serious. Because she didn't
more
like
interesting if it was
right? Yeah, like if
Yeah.
she like double crossed him or something. At least then she has like a role to play, an agency. Again, like I said, like the only thing she did was at the end was point a gun at him, the bad guy. And was like, I'm good. Don't worry about me, guys. I was like, we should be worried about you. Like, what did you do this entire movie? I don't know. Maybe that's like not her fault. Maybe that's a fault of the movie because the movie is so focused on that, you know, Paul and Roman that it doesn't even think to give her, perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it probably sounds like we've been blaming like the actress or the character this whole time. This is the writer's fault. Like, let's be real here.
I don't blame Eva Mendes I don't even know her name. I don't even know the character's name.
Oh,
I remember Suki's name. I don't remember hers.
But I also watched it a week ago, and as we all know, a week equals like 1,000 years.
True. And your memory's better than mine. I watched it yesterday, and I don't remember.
You're like, so they're about equal. Got it.
Oh, I have one comment. That was not a good sentence. I do have one more thing about Roman and Paul Walker. I mean Brian. And that is that I love what I love most about their relationships as this entire movie is that they're like they trust each other innately once they're on the road, at least. Like at first Roman doesn't really trust him at all, which is fair. But once they're on the road, they for example, at the very beginning when they're like auditioning for the role of I don't know, heisters, they're just like showing off for each other. They like both know that they're gonna win and like get it in time. They're not even worried about the other people on the road, like the other people who are auditioning, quote unquote. They're just like focused on each other, and that's what makes them such good like partner racers, I think. Like whenever Brian was like, "Come on, Ro, come on, come on, Roman, I know you can do it," and then like Roman would do it, and I was like, yes, that's my childhood friends shit that I love. They get it.
That was really good. Yeah. I think they did a really good job of indicating how connected that they had been in the past. Also indicated by the "you still fight like shit. You still fight like shit."
So funny.
Which was possibly the best line in the movie.
Yeah, the movie. I would agree. Yeah.
That's the best line in the movie. The best moment is when they're gonna get the money out of the wall in the house or the trailer or whatever, and the one guy moves the painting before they smash the wall in. I was like, wow, good for him. He knows that they don't need to needlessly destroy a painting.
So funny. Also, as a runner-up to that, when we briefly talked about when they jump from, I guess, the pier to the boat, but Roman, like, sees, like, Paul Walker, like, connecting the dots, and he goes, "You're not going to do what I think you're going to do." And Paul Walker does what he thinks he's going to do.
Oh, don't do it.
It's so funny. And I feel like, if I'm correct, that just begins a trend of Roman saying that, like, in most movies. Like, to someone in the car, like, "You're not going to do what I think you're going to do." And then they, like, do something crazier than they did the last movie. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that.
Yes.
Movie.
That is this franchise's got a bad feeling about this, and I love it.
Yes, that's true. You're not going to do what I think you're going to do.
Definitely going to do it.
Going to do it.
I will say one of the things I think I'm going to end up appreciating the most about the series as it continues is how creative everyone is.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, they're so inventive in the way they, like, get out of situations and, use their talents and everything.
Their driving talents, yeah.
Yeah, and just everything else. I mean, when Roman drops the rock on, like, the gas pedal of that one car and sends it towards
he just
whoever
knows
was after them, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or when there was a moment, which I also like this moment as, like, an indicator of Brian and Roman's friendship, but so the cops think that they're, like, running, right? Which bullshit, by the way. And they, like, surround them in, like, the junkyard, and Roman takes out his gun and, like, shoots into the windshield, I think, or whatever, or he shoots near the car, because he needs to make it look like they're fighting back against the cops, right? That they're not with the cops, so they stay undercover. So that's one moment that I like, where he's just thinking on his feet. But then later on, when they're talking with the asshole cops again, and he's like, "You shot me. How fucking dare you shot me?" And Brian goes, "If Roman wanted you dead, you'd be dead," because he knows he's a good shot. And that's another just like bro moment. I know that's, like, a weird example, but, like,
it's like,
he stood up.
Not underestimate
my
guy.
Bro. Yeah, exactly. Like, you would not be here if he actually wanted to hurt you, because that's how great he is, and I love him. That was my Brian coming out. Yes. Roman's great. I love Roman a lot. It's kind of unfortunate because I think he's pretty much just relegated to comedic relief later on in like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, along with Tej.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean, like, you kind of have to at some point because the cast just grows. Like, the main like, they're all main characters ostensibly. Like, besides, like, Letty, Mia, Dom, and Brian, that's his name. Besides those, like, core 4, like, there's, like, a large family, but they're all given, like, pretty much equal importance outside of that core 4. So in order to, like, juggle all of that, that's a lot of characters to juggle. So I, like, kind of get it, but it's just unfortunate that, like, the two, like, lead black characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's just a stereotype, and that sucks.
Yeah, it's really sucky, especially when Roman is he's the leading or the co-leading protagonist in this. Like, yeah, Brian's the main character, but Roman is the other main character.
Yeah, he can do so much more than
shares
that.
The bill. Yeah,
sucks.
It does. So boo.
Boo.
I wish they made better use of him, and maybe they will in F9. I feel like every movie, Vin gets more and more, like, creative control over it, which I appreciate because I think he like loves it as much as the fans do, similar with how much he loves Riddick. So, like, I trust him. Not that he's the only one. The I don't think he wrote this one. Justin Lin, I think. No. Oh man. Okay, so this actually works with what I was saying. Okay, so Fast and Furious 1 and Fast and Furious 2, that's not what they're called, but they were both written and directed by different people. And then starting with Tokyo Drift, that's written by and directed by, actually, I think a different guy did the screenplay, but it's directed by Justin Lin. And everyone in this fandom, again, fandom is a strange word, but everyone in this fandom loves Justin. Like, he's the one who, like, brought the family aspect more to it, I would argue. And he was gone for, oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep taking a little a little break as I look this up.
No, it's okay.
Oh no, Fast and Furious, 2009. Is that not the sixth one? Okay. So maybe it was just the second one that I'm thinking of, but I guess that doesn't really mean that he was missing from any of them. The point is that he's really great and like gets the series and what like the people who actually love it want, which is like me and you, I think. Maybe not the best example because we're not like dude bros, but but we
Because
like,
we're not
like,
what?
I said we're not dude bros.
In my heart, I am.
I was like, we could be.
I am drinking, Mountain Dew at 7
There you
o'clock at night.
go. Gotta keep your eyes open.
Ostensibly, it's cotton candy flavored, but it kind of tastes like triple
What?
sec.
Cotton candy flavored? Are you sure it's not just triple sec?
It's not, I promise. Mostly because my brother bought it and he's not 21.
That's fair. Kind of disappointing. When you said cotton candy, I was like, I need to go get me some. But if it tastes like triple sec, then there is no point.
It's like halfway between them, I would say.
Mm.
Because I was thinking it reminded me of something else. Anyway, Mountain Dew. Dude bro.
Gabri is a dude bro.
For life.
And I'm a himbo, so I'm halfway there as well.
Yeah.
You and I, we're not so different. I don't really have anything else I want to talk about. Do you have anything you would like to talk about?
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
But like legitimately, I think
agree.
they put a "Don't try this at home" warning
they?
in the end credits. I think I saw one.
Oh, that's
like
so funny.
legitimately.
I wonder if they're in every movie after this. That's really funny.
We're gonna have to look.
That's another thing to look out for then.
I
Valid.
enjoyed this. This is
Good. I'm
fun. We definitely picked a good franchise to get us through fall and winter.
Yes, yeah. With our busy ass schedules and like tired brains. It's like it requires just enough analysis, where we're not like overworking ourselves. And also it's just fun, Sometimes things can just be fun.
Yeah.
These are fun. Immediately after finishing this one, I'm like, God, I want to watch the next 6 movies like all in a row. But I can't do that. I have to
then
take it.
You won't want to watch them when we get to them.
Exactly. Also, I like need to take it month by month because I don't have time.
Yeah. Wow, nerd.
Jot that down, everyone. Anyways, I'm good. Are you good?
I'm good.
I'm good. As always, hit us up on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook because we're posting everywhere. Kind of. I feel like it made it sound like we're posting like daily. We're not.
No. Maybe once a week if I remember to.
Yeah. We're doing our best. Let us know if you have any thoughts or opinions on Too Fast, Too Furious. And what the AvengeGirls names would be if we were Fast and Furious movies. Because that could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know.
Everyone's homework. Add us at AvengeGirls and let us know. Next month in October, as you might have guessed, we will be doing Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. So it'll be great. You're going to love it. We're going to love it. You're going to love it, Gabs.
I can't wait. I'm very, very excited.
It'll be great. But yeah, until next time.
AvengeGirls out.